with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. I am super excited today. I'm uber excited today. You guys know I'm not really on StreamYard that often. So this is super exciting. I want to invite some people in, and I have a hard time seeing stuff. So let me see how I can get this done. But anyway, guys, how are you? How was your day? I hope it was amazing. My day was amazing. I try my best to have an amazing day as often as possible. I need to see, guys, though, if I am actually buffering, because you know how it buffers for me all the time. So let me see. Do I look like I'm buffering? Not really. Not really. I don't look like I'm buffering at all. So, hey, Anna! I like to say your name like that. How are you? I'm so excited, Anna. But I have to tell you how my day was before I get all into it. So how was your day, Anna? I hope it was amazing. Tell me, how was your day? How are you feeling right now? I hope that you are doing well while you're gathering your doors. Hey, Hip Flippin Mamma! Yes! I'm going to put the extension in the chat. Bam. Anybody can go in, but my special guest is Hip Flippin Mamma tonight. So the broadcast is open for anyone. Hey, J-Dog. J-Dog, if you want to come in, you're more than welcome to come in. We're just going to be sitting here talking to Hip Flippin Mamma. Like, let me tell you, before Hip Flippin Mamma comes all the way on, I have to, guys, run down how my day was. So I woke up this morning super early, like I've been telling you guys. And when I woke up, I was like, man, this is for the birds. That's what I really said. And then I quickly changed my mind about that and started to move. I got to work. Work was good. I can't complain. Yeah, Life with Ron is cool. You want to come on, J-Dog? The link is right there. Anna, you're more than welcome to come on too. You don't have to be shy over here at Hello World. And thank you for the compliment, Anna. So yeah, I went to work, and then I squeezed in the gym for a little bit. I didn't do much because the bottom of my foot is still bothering me. The ball of my foot is still bothering me. Oh, there's Kelly. Hey, Kelly, what's up, Mama? Don't run away so fast.
Hi.
Hi.
I was turning my ceiling fan on. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm still telling everybody how my day was. So
no, you don't. You don't click the link until you're ready for me to come in.
Well, it doesn't matter, girl. I'm excited. I am super excited because you're like the first person because I used to watch you live all the time, but you're like the first person who ever really said something about me, and it was so unexpected. I was like, I can't believe it. But it was so cool. It was so cool.
I think what I used to say about you was, you guys have got to go and follow. I would tell all my lovelies, you've got to go and follow this beautiful Black queen named Joy. Be the Difference Clothing. She has the biggest, most beautiful smile and the most beautiful spirit. You've got to go and listen to her. Just grab a cup of coffee and go listen to her. And that's how I used to describe you, was this beautiful Black queen.
Yeah, and I was like, I was so unexpectedly was like, what? I couldn't believe it.
Why? Because I said Black?
No, it's not even a Black part, because I already knew if you knew hip hop songs, then you're in the family.
Oh yeah.
But it was just surprising just to hear somebody say something about what I was doing, especially because I didn't know you were actually watching. So
oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I lurk in a lot of people's channels and because I work so much. And will listen. I don't always participate in chats. And sometimes I don't even say hi in the chat, because if I say hi in a chat, then it's hi Mama, hi Kelly, hi Mama Kelly, hi. And then I've got 30 people I have to say hi to. And I want to say hi to them, but then it distracts from the chat.
Yeah.
And I don't like to do that. Hi, Anamora, Anna Trejo.
Diamond Green, hey, what's going on, girl? Texas Belle, this is her first time here. Thank you for coming.
Hi,
Yes.
Texas Vale. I've been telling people I was going to be on your channel today. So, but girl, I just liked what you were doing. I liked what you were saying, and I just liked the whole essence of you.
Aww.
And so I started sending people over. You gotta go and listen to this woman. She is just miraculous.
Really?
Exactly what the YouTubes needed. Somebody that was gonna spit positive words and not bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I can say is I'm a work in progress every day. You know, I've come a long way, just like all of us have come a long way, and I'm just gonna grow more and more every day. And that's what I
I
hope.
just love you. I just love you. Just love you.
I can't stop smiling. My cheeks hurt from smiling so hard. Because for real, like, I don't think you really understand, like, because, all right, guys, honestly. So, like, I would say hello to Hip Flippin Mamma, because she used to stream every day. So I would just go in her chat because I would love to see her chat and her laughing and just doing random things. And then I learned some things about jewelry that I truly did not know. And this is the beginning when I didn't even know what reselling meant. And so
and jewelry isn't all that I do, but I do jewelry auctions on Wednesday night. So yeah.
And like, just to really see somebody say that about you is just like, what? Like, I was speechless, and I was kind of like, ooh, like, I was just like, wow. And that was like a lasting impression. Like, you and Flippin I saw him today, Flippin' Hustler. If it weren't for him, I would not have seen you or Derek, which is NASCAR Man 3345. That's how I caught on to you guys. It's all because of him. So
yeah, I think you and I started talking in Todd's chat, and because I like to say hi to everybody that I don't know in Todd's chat, because Todd and I are really good friends. And you were like, come check out my show, and I'm like, yay. And I was just like, and I was just like, because you are just such a breath of fresh air.
Aww.
And I mean, you say it like it is. I say it like it is. You really try and spread positivity. You know, I try and stay positive. I try and look at the brighter side of things. You know, you've got that huge smile. I mean, don't cover it up.
I know, but it hurts.
I mean, it takes up half your face when you smile. Like, it should be a caricature. It's so beautiful. And you are such a strikingly beautiful woman. And so it was just like, I fell in love with the whole package. I was like, okay, this is my coffee girl. This is my girl that I'm going to just sit back and take a break, and I don't have to watch her. I can just sit with my eyes closed, and I already know all your mannerisms. So I know what you're doing, and I know how you're sitting, and I know when you're just by the way you're talking and how you're talking, and so it's just you were my relaxation and my meditation time. And so you may thank me for calling you out and everything and pimping your channel, but I mean, I thank you for giving me moments of peace and serenity, and being able to go and listen to somebody who's trying to spread not the same message, because I don't preach the same things that you do, but I share your message. I share how you think it should be applied, and I share how you think people should be applying it. And and so I was just like, she's my girl. She's my girl, and I'll love you forever. So
Thank you. Diamond Green, she's my friend, and she doesn't know who you are. So, like, tell her who you are and what you're all about and everything. Just, give your everything because today is all about.
well, I've been on YouTube really since about January, and consistently, and I've been a top rated eBay seller for many years. I've sold on eBay for almost 20 years. So I've been a reseller for quite some time. Just went full time about 5 months ago. Quit my job, and that was back when I was doing lives every day, because I would do a live on the way to work and a live on the way home.
Oh, I love those.
And well, that's what you do when you have an hour drive home. You know what I'm saying? Um, but so I'm very active in eBay, but I also have jewelry auctions on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern time every Wednesday on my channel, which is Hip Flippin Mamma. And I also do a Bible study on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Anthony Picksburgh's channel, Picksburgh. We do it on his channel. It was a Bible study that I started, but we do it on his channel because he is a minister. So it is on his channel. It's him, myself, another minister, John from Nevermore Antiques. He also participates, usually most of the time. And we read and discuss from the Bible. We don't just sit and read from the Bible. We'll read a section of it and then discuss it, and we interact with the chat quite a bit. And we do some hardcore praying in our Bible studies. But I myself am just all about being a goof and a doof. And you never know what's going to happen on my channels, because I could be sitting here and then all of a sudden I'll disappear because I've fallen off my chair.
Yes.
And then you'll just see the top of my head and my eyes just looking at the computer thinking, okay, how am I going to get up that's going to hurt my body the least?
You know what I love that you do?
You'll see me putting up my pegboards and falling off the ladder. Then there's me popping back up. I'm all right. And then I just get back on my ladder.
Somebody a hug through the camera. You went all the way up to the camera. I thought that was so cute. I was like, oh, I thought that was amazing.
I've done it like 3 times. I've gotten a new chair now. And so since I got the new chair, I haven't fallen off this chair yet. Almost a couple of times, but you'd think as big as my butt is, it would not fall off, but apparently I move around quite a bit. Oh, Tiffany, thank you for putting Anthony's link in the chat. But yeah, I do coffee with Mama, which is just basically in the morning, have coffee, let's talk, let's catch up, let Mama love on her lovelies. I'm all about light and love and positivity, and I don't preach it like Joy does. But I'm just all about sharing what's going on in your life, what's going on in my life. Questions. It's always a Q&A, with me. I do a lot of personal one-on-one with my subscribers because I don't like to have subscribers. I like to have
friends and family.
Yes. So I interact quite a bit with the vast majority of my friends. And right now I think I'm at 787, something like that, subscriber, or no,
Oh, you have 878.
870 something.
You have
I'm
878.
almost to 900, and my goal is to get to 1,000 before the end of the summer. So, Joy wanted to have me on and hopefully raise that number just a little bit, and I appreciate her for that,
I
because
mean,
I
I
am
wanted to
trying
have
really hard to get to that 1,000.
I just wanted to have you on because, like, again, I don't get to see you as often as I used to. And it's just like,
Yeah.
you know, you said yes.
Well, of course I said yes. Of course I said yes. As soon as you did it, when you asked me last night, I'm like, I'll come on tonight. And last night I was looking atrocious. And I was like, I'll come on tonight. But and that's another thing. You know, I mean, I've curled my hair and I've got a little bit of makeup on and stuff, but you'll see me with my hair all up and no makeup on and just oh yeah, I cut my hair live one time, not because I planned on doing it, but it just happened. I put my hair down and I thought,
you were like, let me get some bangs.
Yeah, let me cut my bangs. My bangs are bothering me. And then I'm like, let me just do a little face frame. And, you know, we did makeup tutorials with Sharpies one day.
That's hilarious.
It looked good. Hello, Tripper69. Yeah, it looks good.
If you don't know each other in the chat, please get to know each other. Please also get to know Hip Flippin Mamma. If you need her links, if you look in the description down below, I have Hip Flippin Mamma as one of my, channels that I admire, for lack of any other words, but her link is down below, so you can always check the descriptions down there. Or if somebody wants to put her link in the chat, that would be awesome as well.
I can put it in there really quick, honey.
Okay.
You might hear my voice though really quick. But no, Joy, I was happy when you asked me to be on your show. I was like, yes, I'll come be on your show. I was honored. I was like, oh, because I'm just like, yes, let's talk about it. Let's do it.
What do you find the most difficult part about trying to be positive on a day-to-day basis?
I don't find trying to be positive difficult, because I've been accused of being too perky.
Oh.
So, I'm just dropping my link here. I find it difficult when other people aren't positive. I don't want to call them Debbie Downers, but when they continue to focus on the negative and you're trying so hard to pull them up, you're trying so hard to pull them out of it, and they're so focused on the glass half empty instead of the glass half full. And sometimes I'm like that too. Sometimes I'm a Debbie Downer. I admit it. I've got health issues and a pain disorder, and sometimes I'm in so much pain I can't help but be a Debbie Downer. But even on those days, I try really hard to be upbeat and hold on, I screwed that up.
Who's Scrappy?
He's okay, honey. That's my husband.
He didn't have no water.
Oh, hi.
Okay, hold on just 1 second. Go on, Daddy wants you. Go on. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
That was Hip Flippin Daddy. He's been working outside for about 6 hours, so he came and took the dog. We've got a special needs dog, and so he came and took the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so, thank you, Tiffany.
What was your primary reason for going on Amazon? I mean, not Amazon, on YouTube.
YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Wade's Ventures talked me into it. I was his second interview when he started doing all those interviews. I was his second interview. And we were just sitting talking. He's like, you should do a YouTube. He said, you would be a hit. And I said, no, I don't know how to edit. And to this day, I don't know how to edit.
Mm-hmm.
If I do a video, it's just start to finish. What you see is what you see. If I'm doing my pegboard and I'm falling off my ladder, you see me falling off the ladder. You know what I'm saying? If I cut myself, you're seeing me cut myself.
Right.
It's just, it is what it is. And then it gets uploaded. But it was a challenge. It was something I wanted to do. I had been watching some YouTubers like Lindy Glenn and Rally Roots, and it was really Lindy Glenn that got me back into doing eBay, because she was okay with a smaller profit, a $3 or $4 profit. She's like, hey, that's okay. That's profit. That's money in my pocket. And I'm like, well, I can do that too, So she made it very attainable. And so I started to do the eBay again, full force with the store to pay my student loans. And I thought, well, you know what? I see all these YouTubers, I can do it too. Mm-hmm. And then it becomes addicting, because you meet so many incredible people, and then your way of connecting with those people is through YouTube. Mm-hmm. and through their lives. And so you get caught up in watching them, and then you think, well, I can do this too. And you may go on someone's show and think, oh, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. And it took me like 3-4 months to maybe 5 months to really decide to do the eBay or to do the YouTube. Mm-hmm. But then once I started doing them, I mean, people started following, and people were like, mama, and it just kind of exploded. Before I knew it, I had like 300 or 400 followers, and I was like, oh my gosh, where did all these people come from? Wow. And then I hit 500, and I thought I'd never hit 500, and now it's like I never think I'm going to hit 1,000.
Yeah,
1,000's the number I'm going to hit. I've already got all my watch time, so that's not an issue. Yeah, it's just the subs, just the numbers.
That you can get easily. Have you ever gone to any growth streams at all?
What's a road stream?
Growth, like GROWTH?
No.
Okay, so if you go to Tree Trimmer, he does and Pusha Studios, they all pretty much, when you go into the chats, everybody ends up supporting each other, and the idea is
Tree Trimmer and who else?
Tree Trimmer and PUSA Studios. And these are all people that I ran into, and they're all so cool. Studios, like a music studio. Yeah, so it's Pusa.
Okay, is it Trimmer? Is it Trimmer or Trim-ah?
Trimmer, TRIMMER. Tree Trimmer, like he cuts down trees, I guess.
Okay, I gotcha. You were saying Trimmer.
Yeah, I guess my accent.
You were saying Trimmer.
Uh-huh.
Hi, John. How are you, honey?
Yeah, so those two places I've gone on those chats, and not only do people actually support your channel, but you get to watch good content too. So you might want to check them out.
Yeah,
and subs.
I'll have to check them out.
Yeah,
I'll have to check them out. I've met some really nice people through you though, like Anna Trejo.
Really?
She was over. Yes, she was over at my channel or at Bible study earlier today, or she was at my working hangout with Anthony after Bible study. I can't remember which one, but yeah, she was. Hi, Thelma.
Who was? Hey, Lemon. Oh, hi, Thelma
Thelma
Thrift,
Thrift,
how are you? Wait, I gotta welcome her.
my
Hi,
sister
Thelma
from
Thrift.
another mister.
Yes, welcome to Hello World, Thelma. It's a pleasure to have you guys. If you do not know who Thelma Thrift is in the chat, please make sure you check her page out. And Thelma, please make sure you check everyone else out as well. As you may know them, some of them you may not know. Hey, Adams Exploits. Yes. Oh, so excited. Yes, I know. I've seen you and Thelma do auctions together, and I've seen her interview you. And
Oh yes.
you guys used to do like a summer series, right? I think I saw
Yeah,
maybe.
well, we still do. We still have some people. It's just a little difficult to get the scheduling nailed down and whatnot right now. But we still have some people lined up. It's just a matter of scheduling. Whether we'll continue it on the weekend or not, we're discussing it. So it just depends on the people that we have left on our schedule, what their scheduling is, if they're available on weekends, because weekends are family time, and so we may not be done with the series yet, but we'll see. It remains to be seen.
That's
It's a fun series for us to shoot.
It is because I think I've seen a few different resellers on there. I'm not sure if it's Anita Fajita, if she was on there, but there was somebody on there that she really hadn't done YouTube for long, and she was showing her jewelry, and she was talking about how when she does her auction, she really sells out her jewelry jars. I saw that one with you guys. I can't remember. It was like an older looking lady that was on there. But again, I haven't seen you guys do your lives or those interviews in a while. So I was just like, I don't know if
It's been a minute. Thelma's back to work, and I've been so incredibly busy that it's
so it's not
like I
just me.
said, it's hard to get everybody's schedules and everything aligned. But I like what Thelma says here in her message here. Hi ladies, glad to see positive vibes on YouTube. And that's what we're gonna be talking about today is positive vibes, Thelma.
Yeah, we try like every day. I would say like it's not only about the positive vibes, but it's a discipline that we all have to like acquire. And you have to take accountability for yourself to be like, you know what? I want to make a difference in this world. And in order for me to make a difference, like me, I love challenges. When people tell me no, that's a sign for me to be like, I think I could sway you a little bit, or maybe I would like, I can prove that you're wrong, especially if I deeply feel that it's possible. So to be positive, it's not just about like, the surface thing. You have to go inside, dig deep inside and kind of
Yeah,
uproot all of those things that, were in us that were just holding us down, like emotional trauma, maybe
yeah.
negative thinking. All of those things will help you
Those
become more
triggers.
powerful. Yes. And while we'll still continue to have triggers from time to time, they won't be as effective because we know our tools. So
Right.
I would
We
say
know
it's
what triggers them. We know how we can handle them and how to downplay them and how to cope. And every time that you end up having to cope with that trigger, it gets a little bit better and a
yes.
little bit better, and you get a little bit stronger.
Yep, it's very
Yep,
true.
exactly.
It's very true. And I, I've been on this journey for like quite some time, like for years. And it's only been this year, like earlier part of the year, where I stopped being afraid of being in front of the camera without full makeup on, without
Mhm.
the whole studio thing going on, because that's what I thought I had to do. And like technically that's what I would prefer to do, but I can't just hold back what I'm supposed to do just because I have to do something. Like I have to feel like I have to
Mhm.
fulfill some type of, stigma
Well,
that
sometimes my hair is curled and I've got makeup on. Like, right now I polished up a little bit for you, my love. But but more than anything, it's because I hadn't done my hair in several days, and I was just like, I needed to take a break from working, and I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Lay in the bed and play with my phone. No, I don't want to do that. You know what? I'm going to go put some makeup on, curl my hair, talk to a friend on the phone. Because that's when I'm on the phone with a friend, it's just hair curling time. It could be 11 o'clock at night and I'll be on the phone with a friend and I'll be curling my hair. Why am I curling my hair at 11 o'clock at night? I don't know. It goes with talking to a friend on the phone.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
relaxation time. Like, that's your time for relaxation.
Yeah,
So
but
if it's
a lot of times my hair is up either in a clip or a ponytail, and I may have just washed my face, and I actually prefer my face with nothing on it.
yeah.
Just plain my face and my hair pulled back, and um, on a good day, I'll have a bra on. No, I usually always have a bra on. I always have a bra on.
You see,
Just
guys,
might
this is
not be
what I'm talking about.
Never know what you're gonna get with Mama.
Right.
Well, those bras that go across. Because see, I've got fibro and pain disease, and so sometimes my really bad owie spots are my shoulders, in the back area, down to about the bottom of the brow line. So, but it's a lot on my shoulders, so I may not want bra straps on my shoulders. So I wear a bra that doesn't have them. So I may not look like I'm wearing one, but I'm wearing one.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. But speaking of that, like, have you noticed that since you've been on like this journey to like, enlightenment and getting to know God more, whatever you want to call it, that like your circle has changed a little bit?
My inner circle has not changed. My inner circle has not changed a bit. My
Okay.
inner circle is my inner circle. They're my solids. Todd, the flippin' hustler, he's my solid. Thelma Thrifts, she's my solid times 100. Dia, Immortal Hourglass, she's a solid. Vanessa Huron, she's a solid. Alice G, she's a solid. I have people that, and there's many, many more. But I've got my OGs and I've got my salads, and that has not changed. And I may add to my circle, but I don't ever take away. People may go away.
Do you ever
But I
think like
don't
you
take.
ever feel like you have to make people like to like subtract people?
Usually those people will go away because they will know they're no longer welcome. But that's only happened one time, and it happened because of inappropriateness.
Okay.
And I have very strict rules with male friends, and they all know what those rules are. And those rules are in place out of respect for my husband. And there are certain things I won't allow to be discussed or joked upon or anything like that, out of respect for my 34-year-old relationship with my husband. And if you cross that line and continue to cross that line, then you're no longer welcome. The guys that I'm friends with, like John, Dad's Vintage Garage. Thelma says you guys have the brightest smiles ever. That's the beauty secret. Thank you, Thelma. Thank you, sister from another mister. She makes me smile.
Let me just interrupt you real quick. But with Thelma, the first time I ever heard of Thelma, right? Because I used to go to Jess Sandy's chat, and she surprised me too, because she was saying, like, I said hi in the chat one day, and then she was like, "Oh my goodness, Joy, like you have to go watch her channel." And I was like, I had no idea.
Oh yeah, I was in that chat. Yeah, I was in that chat.
When Jess Sandy was doing her auction, I would just watch because, like, again, I've never seen an auction on YouTube. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And Thelma's voice.
I think it was. I think
Your
she
voice
did
is
it.
so smooth. It make you want to stay and spend all your money.
I think she did it on one of her making videos when she was making her jewelry to sell. Because
Okay.
she'll sit back and vape, and she'll
Yes.
chill and talk and take her breaks, and she saw you in the chat. She's like, hey Joy. And I think she said joy, because that's what she does. That's what she does to me. She'll go Kelly, or mama,
Uh-huh.
and she's like, you guys got to go watch Joy. You've got to go watch Joy. She's just so wonderful and positive. And she talked about you for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I was very surprised because I was like, wow, I didn't even know you even knew my channel existed. I'm just here like just watching you make stuff. And then again, when the auction did go on, I was like, whose voice is that? I was like, oh, it makes me want to go to sleep, but then also want to spend money. So Thelma, your voice is perfect for auctions. Yes. It is. I'm just like, oh, I was like, and then I was watching Thelma, I was watching you do a jewelry unboxing of one of your jewelry jars. And I mean, like, I didn't think I would be so intrigued, but I sat there and when I looked at the time, it was like 45 minutes in. I was like, oh my goodness. It's because of the voice and because you were going through the pieces and you knew the names of the pieces and all that stuff. And I was just like, wow.
What do you notice? What do you notice when she goes through and she does a jewelry bag?
Her
She
rings,
finds beauty
her nails.
in but she finds beauty in every piece of jewelry. See,
Yeah.
I look at his jewelry as art. I look at jewelry as pieces of work, and Thelma looks at them as art too.
Yeah.
And so when you pick up a piece, because somebody created that,
Yep.
and when you pick up a piece of art,
box.
you pick up a piece of art and you're looking at it, you're going to share what you like about that piece of art with your audience that you have right now. And you're going to find something that you like about every piece, just about every piece. Once in a while you get a clunker, but she's just very positive and upbeat about everything. And that's how I try to be too. And Thelma is real. What you see is what you get, whether you want to believe that or not about her. What you see is what you get. And I know Thelma very well behind the scenes, and what you see is what you get. She can get a little raunchy with me behind the scenes that she would never do. She would never do on here. But that's girlfriends. That's girlfriend stuff. But and I'm very much the same way. What you see is what you get. And so she and I get along wonderful. Hi, Destiny. How are you, honey?
Yeah, that's my little friend. Wait. Hold on 1 second. We got to say hello to It's Tish. How are you, Tish? Welcome to Hello World. This is her first time here. And Tish, I met her in someone else's chat, but guys, please get to know Tish. She has actually a petition going around. It's to kind of safeguard the youth against YouTube. Like certain things about YouTube that they don't want to, that she doesn't want them to be exposed to. So please check her page out, guys. She's dope.
I got you, Trish.
She has, look, her theme is like, smash it, smash it. And again, I got intrigued by that too. And I'm like, yeah, yes. So Trish, I'm so glad you got here. And Boondock, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, Cliff. Good to see you, Cliff. I love you, man. Yes. Destiny, I hope you're feeling well.
So you can continue on. I'm sorry, but I had to give her a shout out because
I don't remember what we were talking about.
We talked about Thelma.
Oh, we've talked enough about her.
Yeah. So what do you feel like?
She's a fabulous lady. She's a fabulous lady, and she is a positive influence on the jewelry community. She really is. And she has so much knowledge. If you would just focus on the positive
Mm-hmm.
and listen, you can really, really learn a lot from her. You can learn a lot from a lot of the jewelry people. There are things that you'll learn from me that you're not going to learn from Thelma because she doesn't have that knowledge. Because like I have a gem tester, so I can authenticate
Mm-hmm.
some gems in positivity in different ways. So there may be some things that she can learn from me, and there's always things that I can learn from her because she's just so
But
much
that's
knowledge. And
but that's
there's
life
things you can
though.
learn from every jewelry person.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what life is about. That we're all humble enough to say, you know what, I don't know everything. And there's somebody that has a missing piece of me that can put something in me, influence me to become better. So we all are like little fragments of betterments for ourselves. And if we could just open up and just receive it without any type of pride, then we'll be like, you know what? I didn't know. I admit I don't know everything. And like, you know what? It shouldn't
Yeah.
mind knowing everything because people who feel
Right.
like they know everything do not need to exist in life.
Yeah, Tiffany, you're right. Eat, sleep, Amazon. Heck yes, you need to be open to be vulnerable and ask for help. There's nothing wrong with not knowing all the answers. There's nothing wrong with reaching out to somebody and saying, I need help. I need
Right?
somebody to talk to. I need, to ask you some questions because girl, you were talking about this the other day and I don't have a clue what you were talking about. Can you explain it to me or can you elaborate? I mean, we're all here to help each other. We're all here to lift each other up, male and female.
Mhm.
Let's lift. I was on the phone with a brother tonight, and not like a brother,
I know what you
but
mean. Mhm.
a male friend, and I call him my brother, and in a very, very low place. And all I was trying to do was lift him up. All I was trying to do was lift my brother up. And you know that's all you can do. That's all you can do is just be positive and try and pick the people up around you. And let's try this concept, YouTube. Let's just try this, okay? And I'm guilty of this myself. So let's all try and share love and positivity, and let's not talk negative about each other. Even if you've got a reason to, let's not talk negative about people. Let's not put each other down. Let's not talk bad about other people behind their back. Let's just focus on light and love. And if you don't have anything nice to say about somebody, focus on somebody you do have something nice to say about. And for all you people that are having problems with other people, um, hating on you or saying it breaks my heart to hear when somebody's saying, well, so and so is bashing me and so is bashing me. And there are so many people right now that's happening to, in the jewelry community, in the reselling community, and other communities that I belong to, because believe it or not, I belong to more communities than those two.
Mhm.
And it breaks my heart. Let's just focus on nice things, you guys. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Or if you've got to tell it to your best friend, just keep it between you and your best friend. You know, this, it breaks my heart, really. I mean, really, truly, to see all these people, even if I'm not involved, and I'm not involved in any of these things, but let's just lift each other up. Let's help each other. How can I help this person? How can I help this person? I don't like this person, but I don't have to tell them. I don't have
Right.
to treat them bad. I'm not going to treat them good. I'll just say hi and that's it. You don't have to kiss people's butt. Just don't treat them bad. And it just really. that's the main thing that I want to focus on is just light and love and positivity. Let's focus on positivity, you know?
Think about it this way. So if you say something bad about someone, right? We're just talking in general, right? Because we're not talking about
Mhm.
us, we're talking in general. Like, and this could
Are we
apply
talking
for
about on YouTube or behind the scenes?
in general, just YouTube in humanity alone, right? So
Okay.
if we have something to say about someone else that doesn't really uplift them, it's going to reflect right back to you. So if you know you don't
It
want to
does.
have people saying things about you that are just not cool, then maybe you might think twice about speaking on another person, kind of like just mirroring off of what you just said.
Absolutely. And Chris Lynn, okay? Chris Lynn, who goes by Daily Refinement. Absolutely. And Chris Lynn. What happened there?
Sorry.
And Chris Lynn.
All right,
Was
sorry
that
about
on
that.
your end?
Yeah, I
What
did something.
happened there?
Sorry.
And Chris Lynn.
All right,
Was
sorry
that
about
on
that.
your end?
Yeah, I
What
did
happened
something.
there?
Hold
Sorry.
on.
And Chris Lynn.
All right,
Was
sorry
that
about
on
that.
your end?
Hello? Are you there?
I'm here. I
Okay.
don't have my YouTube up, so
Yeah, that was me. My bad. Go ahead. You
okay,
see what
that's
happens
okay.
with those distractions? Because that's the first time I ever did something like that. So go ahead.
It's okay, honey. It's okay. Um, I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, Chris
Chris,
Lynn, who goes by Daily Refinement, once told me, he said, don't let what people tell you bother you. Don't tell what people say to you bother you. Because what comes out of people's mouths are a reflection of them. It has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. They might be saying it to you, but it has nothing to do with you. It's a reflection of them, who they are, and how they feel inside.
yep,
So, it just comes right back to them, and I was being harassed by a coworker, and if I didn't have him to counsel me and help me and give me the words to help me through it, he got me through a really bad time when management wasn't doing anything. And God bless him. I thanked him up and down at eBay Open last year, because those words made such a huge difference in my life. What someone says to you is not a reflection on you, has nothing to do with you. It is a reflection on them. So just let it bounce right off you, because you know what? They're spouting the same thing probably to everybody.
yep, yep,
And it's all about them, not about you. And so to a certain point too, we have to try and not be so sensitive,
right.
you
And it
know.
takes
And people have said, bad things about me. I have a person that has said bad things about me, and it's very, very hurtful. But at the same point, I tell a very good friend of mine, um, don't worry about, the ones that don't like you. Don't worry about the few that don't like you. Worry about the ones that do.
yeah,
Don't
because they
let the
always
don't let
outweigh.
the haters
They
occupy your
always
mind.
outweigh. Yep,
Yes, don't let the haters occupy your mind. Let the people that love you occupy your mind. And so I have to tell myself that, don't worry about the one that is not liking you. Focus on the ones that do, because they're the ones that will give you the love. They're the ones that will give you the light. So, like I said, it's all about positivity.
yep,
Try. It's hard sometimes. It's hard for everybody, but all you can do is try.
yep.
Just
Because it
try.
becomes a routine, and then again, it becomes not only a routine, but it becomes part of who you are. It becomes your DNA, your new rewritten code.
It becomes
Uh,
your habit,
yep, yep,
habit, your actions, your your just embodiment. becomes your habit. They used to yell at me at my last job. This is why I don't work there anymore. You're too perky in the morning.
Mm.
And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. It would be like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It is way too early for you to be so perky. And I would be like, sorry. You apologize too much. Sorry about that. But I'm sorry if I come into work, I'm going to go, good morning.
Mm.
Good afternoon. How is everybody today? And they look at you like, they look at you like you're crazy. What? I'm choosing to be positive. I'm not always positive. I'm not always positive. When the trolls came to my chat, there was a lot of negativity coming out of my mouth for that moment.
Oh, I wish I was there for that.
It's still up there. I never took it down. Just look for the video that's got 26 thumbs down on it.
Oh gosh.
It's yeah, there was a lot of words beginning with F thrown out on that one. And I was looking right into the camera. But God bless my moderators, because they were delete, ban, report. My mods were going crazy deleting them all. They did a great job.
Oh my goodness,
yeah.
My cheeks are so bad right now. It's like, oh man.
Are you smiling too much?
Yes, they hurt so bad. But I like it because, you're adding extra years to my life. Hey, BodyGarbage, how are you? If you don't know BodyGarbage, guys, please take a look at her channel. She's all about the natural soap making, and she definitely knows a lot, and she will not lead you astray when it comes to that information. Oh, Thelma has a question.
Yeah, she wants to know what, Joy and Kelly, tell us what keeps you joyful instead of woeful. Why don't you go ahead and answer that?
Okay. Well, for me, I think the anticipation of just, challenging myself to be better and knowing, and I truly deep down knowingly feel like our world will continue to get better. I no longer say is going to, because that speaks of going to something that hasn't happened. But I know it's getting better, because if what I'm doing and what we're all doing, just by us gathering here just for a few moments in time, if we're growing and learning from each other, you can't possibly say you're going to bottle that in and not show it and take it out to other people. So like, and there's so many people that I've encountered, and I'm not trying to be prideful or anything like that, but who I've encountered, and they've said, Joy, you like inspired me or whatever. And I'm just like, sometimes I sit there and I'm like, really? But that's just about me. But as far as those things, that helps me stay joyful. Knowing that I'm helping somebody helps me stay joyful.
Yeah.
Knowing that it, like helping kids, like if I can help a kid and their eyes get all big because I'm giving them information that they never knew before, and they actually are trying to process it, like, oh my goodness, that's dope. So those are the things that help me stay joyful. And woeful parts, like sometimes I do battle some things in life, but not as much as I used to, because I have too many other things that I have to focus on. Like I have to continue in myself. I feel like I have to continue to help people because it makes me feel better. It makes me feel more whole. It makes me feel like I'm living my purpose. So those are just a few aspects that stay in that position in my mind.
Yeah. It, for me, being cheerful, choosing to be cheerful or positive or upbeat, even when I feel like I'm in a bad mood, people say, "No, you're in a good mood." And I'm like, "I'm in a bad mood." And they're like, "Well, sounds like you're in a good mood." Um, I don't know. It's a personal choice, and it's a selfish choice, because I really feel like I've got jewelry bags clinging to me. I really feel like if this is what I put out into the world, this is what I'm going to get back. You know, so if I show you love and gratitude, I'm going to get love and gratitude back. If I show you positivity and you know, just a good attitude, I'm going to get that back. Hopefully I'm going to get it back. And so for me, it's not so much trying to make the world a better place. It's just trying to improve my environment. You know what I mean? And to get that. If you want to get love, you give love. If you want to, you know, get happiness, you give happiness. And so for me, it's like selfishness. I feel like it's selfish that, you know, I'll be cheerful or joyful and, you know, make people laugh because that makes me happy. To make somebody laugh makes me so happy. And you think I'm doing it for you, but no, I'm doing it for me because it's that part of my personality I'm letting out at that moment, that because it brings me joy. And if you want to laugh at me, you go right ahead and laugh at me. That makes me even happier, you know, because it's bringing you joy. So for me, it's selfishness. You know, that's what keeps me going. Not selfishness, but I give
Selfless.
out what I
Yeah.
want to get back.
Right. And
Yeah,
that's part of like meditation and just like knowing, that I understand what you're saying. What you give out, you're gonna receive back. Just like, and you may not always receive
hopefully.
it back in this.
You hope. You're froze, girl.
I think
Uh-oh.
the whole
There
yeah,
we go.
yeah.
Yeah, you hope what you give out is what you get back if you're being positive.
Hmm.
But it's the same thing if you're negative, if you throw out negative, you know, condensation, you know, hatred, that's what you're going to get back.
Yeah. And then people wonder why their lives never change, or like, why do things always keep happening to me? Like, oh, that's just how my life is. Well, you keep speaking that on your life and it's going to manifest in that way. So, like, the
Mm,
power, life and death is always in the power of your tongue. And I think if the more we really understand that and see how it manifests
mhm.
in our own lives in different stages of our lives, and you're like, wait a second, how was I talking, thinking, and speaking at that point in my life? Was it good things happening or bad things happening? And then you kind of
Yeah,
understand that this stuff is real, you know?
yeah, yeah. And you think all this negativity is happening, and what am I doing to contribute to it? And you know, are you letting other forces around you bring you down, or are you letting other forces around you form you into what they are doing, or what, you know, form let them form you into what they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
um and that's always a struggle. But you know, and it has hurt me more than it has helped me that I always try and do the right thing. It's hurt me more than it's helped me
Mm-hmm.
in the workplace, because there's so much negativity in so many workplaces that, you know, it's why I finally just decided no. I had to just no. I have to do it on my own. I have to be home. If I want to get healthy, I have to be home. And I have not, you know, I used to live on pain pills when I worked a full time job, and I've probably taken less than five in the 5 months that I've been home,
Wow.
you
That was very
know.
stressful.
And yes, I work longer hours and I work very hard, but I can rest when I need to. I can stretch my back when I need to. I can take breaks when I need to. And it's just a much healthier environment. It's more positive for me. So,
Hey, Ricardo.
hey,
Story
Ricardo,
Ricardo. That's how I call him.
I emailed you back, Ricardo.
Ricardo is another one. He's like really dope. Like Ricardo, he's the one that got me into using StreamYard. I don't use it often because I just went back to doing the YouTube. But Ricardo's like, yeah, Joy, set up the StreamYard so I can come on with you tomorrow. I was like, okay. So
Well,
he's
you have to, yeah, you have to if you want to have someone on now. You have to use Stream Duck. That's what I call it, Stream Duck.
Duck. I like StreamYard. It's like it's so easy to use and you don't even have to memory in your computer. Guys, I have the referral link in my description if you do not have StreamYard and you're interested in possibly getting some money off should you go from standard to pro package outside of the free. You can always get that extra $15 off. Whoop, whoop. So check that out if you do not have StreamYard yet.
I don't know. I'm still in the free. I'm in the free section, so I don't know. Free section's been good enough for me lately, so I don't know what the difference is between the free and the other.
You probably just can take off the StreamYard banner, and then you probably can have more people in your chat. That's probably the only two differences.
Yeah, probably more people.
Yeah, but
Tiki, I don't know if I said hi to you, baby, but hi, baby. I'm so happy to see you here, Tiki.
Oh, Tiki is dope. Tiki, did you get the mail? Yeah. She was in the chat the other day, and I think she was surviving like a hurricane or a tornado or something like that. And so I was like, yeah. So I was like, ooh, let me help you. Like, is there anything I can help you? She's like, no. So I was like, all right, fine. And then, because when you are helping someone, here's another thing too, guys. When you want to help somebody, if they really say no, accept that answer, right? Accept it. Because at that moment, they really truly mean no. And you're going to do more harm by trying to force yourself to help them do better. So like, you just let it go. And then eventually things may come around. But then someone who was listening to the chat was like, oh, I wanted to donate something. And they emailed me and told me this. And I was like, well, Tiki, I have no choice now because they already wanted to donate outside of, me asking. So hopefully you got that mail. It wasn't much, Tiki, it wasn't much, but at least hopefully to help, somewhere, maybe get you some gas or something.
Yeah. And, here's the thing too, something that I have had a whole lot of trouble accepting, and it's compliments.
Me too.
And, what I have learned, if someone wants to give you a gift or someone wants to compliment you, by putting that compliment down or putting, oh, I don't need that gift, you're actually offending that person. You could be offending that person. And it took me offending a good friend who I thought I was helping by declining, offending them because I wouldn't accept it. For me to realize I need to learn to take a compliment. I need to learn to take a gift with, joy and acceptance and appreciation, because it means so much to that person.
Yep.
And, that's part of being a good person. Because when I send a gift to somebody, I certainly wouldn't want them to deny it.
Exactly. So I get it. I'm slowly outgrowing that whole not being able to accept a compliment and just say thank you instead of to be respectful and say thank you, even though inside I'm probably like saying no, but like at least by me saying thank you, it's building in my mind that it's okay.
Because you're thinking there's more inspirational people out there. There's people out there that know more than I do. There's people out there that are better than me. But to that person, you are inspirational to that person. You are everything. When I found you, to me, you were that person. You were my inspiration. You were my everything when I first found you. It was just such a breath of fresh air,
Mhm.
you know, and you were what I needed, at the right time when I found you. So, if you ever think you don't make a difference in people's lives, my love, you are dead wrong. You make very much a difference in people's lives.
I'm trying.
You do, because I found you when I was in a dark place,
Wow.
and I may have been cheerful on the inside or on the outside. And I was cheerful on the inside too, but I was also depressed about some things. And, I found you at just the right time.
Wow.
Not that I would have done anything dramatic or anything, but you lifted me. You lifted me at a time I needed to be lifted, you
I'm
know?
I'm glad I was
So,
doing what I was supposed to do, you know? Like it all
mhm.
guys like
and that's, and that's what we're supposed to do. We're
exactly.
supposed to
Never,
lift each other
yep.
up.
Never know. You have no idea like by doing whatever like when you start following your purpose for whatever it is, it doesn't have to always be YouTube. It doesn't have to be very vocal or public. But like it could be just your own family or your community. Like when you really start doing what you're supposed to do, it's gonna affect people in a positive way. And it could happen in other ways where it can be negative, but when you do it for the right purpose, your life gets better. And it's not even always about monetary because I don't need, I mean, okay, let me not say I don't need, but um,
Hmm.
money right now can't fill the void of what you and what you guys in the chat do all the time. Like when you speak amongst yourselves, everybody
Right.
treats each other kindly in the chat. Like I've never seen people, well, I don't look at the chat often, but I've never seen
Yeah.
people when I do look down, like arguing with each other or whatever. They're always like engaging and sharing their things. Like Joy Brown, I don't know if
Mhm.
she's here tonight, but she showed her and Wayne Thompson. Wayne was never in my chat before, but he shared some personal things about his life, and they're like hard stuff. And Joy did too, and everyone in the chat was respectful of what they shared, and I was just like,
Mhm.
and they said thank you. So like,
It's the perfect place to share.
yeah, and it's a safe place. You know what I mean? Like I always want it to be
Mhm.
a safe place. Like when people enter, like I want you to feel like that fear, like, oh, okay, I can't really act up in here because not only because of the blue wrenches, but like I don't get that vibe. Like it's cool to be like whatever. I remember
Yeah,
Shamrock was here.
you know,
Shamrock was here.
everybody. Hi, Cherry Picker. Hello, Veronica. Mwah.
Shamrock
Yeah,
was
it is.
one time when I think it was a chat called Suicide or something. And Shamrock was the only person that I really knew. And I got bombarded with all of these people, but like they were all trolls. And like when I started looking at the chat, I kind of shut them down, but some of them actually said, wait, like this sis is really talking about something serious. Like, y'all, it's not cool. Let's like chill out. And then eventually the noise shut down and the people that were saying some like stupid things ended up saying like, yo, sis, that was like really cool. Thank you for like sharing. And it was like, yo, you
Yeah,
were, and I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? So like I haven't had those kind of trolls like bombard the chat ever again. But you know,
yeah. But that's just who you are, Joy. That's just who you are. You're just light and love. And the same thing with I've got trolls that are subs. And up until that one day, that's the only day I've ever had problems with trolls, is that one day. And I think what had happened was one of my moderators got into an argument with a troll. Now, I have people that I know are trolls that are in my subs, and they're good, they're respectful. They engage with me. They engage in the conversation. I love them. And they're good, but they got into an argument with a moderator, and a moderator that was not respectful with them, and they just went boom, and it wasn't so much directed towards me. I found out later because the troll emailed me and apologized.
That's so dope. Sorry, I wasn't talking about you.
And yeah, and I'm so sorry for what I did. It was not right to do to you. It wasn't. I wasn't mad at you, and it was just like, thank you for your apology. That's how I handled it. Thank you
Right.
for your apology. And and then at the end of the email, it was funny. He goes, "Man, did you go off?" Because I did. I snapped. There's a side of me that's F this and F that and F this and F that and F this and F that. And not so. I'm 95% better since I started Bible study. But no, seriously. I mean, that was one of the things I prayed for to change was my mouth. That was one of the things I prayed to change. And it's hard to be a positive person when you got bad words coming out of your mouth. But yeah, and and I just said you're welcome in my chat anytime. I'm sorry that my moderator, who's no longer a moderator,
Okay.
because I knew they started it. I said, no, please leave this person alone. Please leave this person alone. They're fine. Yes, I know they're a troll, but they're fine. And they didn't leave them alone. And it didn't make what the trolls did right.
Right.
But, and a trail. What's a troll? What's a troll? People that come into your chat and cause trouble. That's what a troll is. I've never seen, in the times that I've been in your chats, you've never had trolls.
I had one person who I don't really think that it was a troll. I think somebody was like trying to make me look stupid. But I shut that chat down. It's what they did was normally I'm not in the chat that often. Like when I get to talking, I'm just like here in the camera. But what they did was they changed their name to something that once I said it, I didn't hear it. But once I said it, then it's something derogatory. And then when I was back and I heard it, I was like, oh man, I can't even edit because, it was on YouTube. So YouTube's editing tools really aren't that great. If I did a pre-stream and I could edit it with my software, then I could have definitely edited those sections out. But so I just shut the whole stream down. I think it was like episode 148 or something like that. And I just turned it private. But that was the only time outside of when I named the actual stream Suicide. I think that's when it attracted all those people to come in. But other than that, you're right. I really haven't had too many people come in, or actually haven't had anyone else come in that would say anything crazy. Even yesterday or the day before, there was somebody who, I don't think they meant any harm, but because I don't curse at people, when someone curses at me or says it towards me, then I automatically get defensive. But I think they were just saying hello, just in the way that they say hello to all of their friends, and I didn't take it that way. So I think I scared them out of the chat. But I felt bad because I was like, I gotta be careful with my snap. Like, and it was like
my husband, yeah, he says that I'm very defensive.
Yeah.
He says I'm very defensive. My son says I'm very defensive too. My friends don't tell me that I'm defensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what it is about my husband and my son that I'm so defensive.
Probably because it's different with family members. They see you one way, but everyone else sees you the other way. So like all that could
Yeah.
be like things that you guys have built up over time. Like, you know, we all abuse each other in families. You know what I'm saying? Like we say hurtful things to each other all the time. And those are
Yeah.
probably things that were never resolved completely because we just said either went to our own corners and never talked about it again. So they see you as, oh, I know what goes on when you're not on camera or when you're not with your friends. So like they see that
Right.
and sometimes refuse to see what good sides of you are. You know what I mean? So that's why you're
Yeah. Yeah.
that you guys have to come together and work on and talk through so that
Yeah.
you can all come forward and be like, ooh, like my dad, I know he be I know he sneaks watch my shows because I'll notice he'll be like, one day I was talking about cherries or whatever, and I had a bunch of cherries. And then when I went to his house, he had a big bag of cherries sitting there. I was like, you must have been watching my show. You know, so like it's nice for him to see outside of the joy that he raised, you know what I mean? Because it's definitely different from what, you know, everybody else sees. But now it's kind of balancing out because I treat him like how I would treat everyone else now. So we kind of got a little different.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, Thelma
I'm
has an,
definitely trying not to be defensive.
she said, expert tells support systems are crucial in preventing suicide and depressive episodes. Who are your support systems?
Hmm. Well, I'll tell you what. One of my big support systems is Thelma. Thelma herself is one of my big support systems because scarcely does a night go by that she and I don't talk. And um, I can vent to her, she can vent to me. Um, not that we're venting about important issues or venting about other people. No, we're just venting about our day.
Mhm.
And what she vents to me, is toward me, not to her husband. What I vent towards her is towards her, not towards my husband. And
Mhm.
it goes in one ear and out the other, usually, for both of us. And we retain what we need to retain. But
Mhm.
it's just nice to know you've got that person. And then, of course, my spouse. I mean, my husband's my number one. He's the king in my life. I'm his queen. And so ultimately, even in times where you're mad at each other or things might not be going the way that you need, that's your number one. Anytime something bad would happen, I'd always have to go tell my husband. Not that he needed to hear it or that he needed to take that burden on, but once I told my husband, see, I even take a deep breath and exhale. Once I tell my husband, it's off of me. I'm no longer alone in this. I've
Right.
shared it with him. And now we can deal with it together. So, he's my number one for many, 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 many things.
Mhm.
Thelma is my number one for many, many, many things. You know, she's what every girlfriend is. So she's a big support system, definitely. And I have others too, but Gianna, Little White Man, and Thelma Thrift are my rocks.
I know Gia.
They are.
Very nice.
Yeah, she's my sister, not my blood sister, but
Oh, I know.
I'm I'm Lakota Indian, and I come from the same
Right.
clan or the same. Um, I can't even think of what they're called right now. Um, Not the
It's
same tribe,
tribe.
but
No,
huh?
no, I
The
said tribe.
band. I come from the same bands
Okay.
that Crazy Horse came from. He's a direct descendant of the family of Crazy Horse. So, we they took it upon themselves because I want to know the history so much. I've done so much research on the Lakota side of the history and the information, right down to having language apps on my phone. um, I can talk to my brother Greg, Little White Man, and I can get information that I can't get from anyone else because he is an active practicing Lakota.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has 46 feathers. He practices the life. He lives the life. He lives in a modern home, but the morals, the values, the principles, the practices, he does. Gianna is Ute Indian. So she does her practices and principles and things. And so she is my sister. He is my brother. They officially adopted me into their family. They took me and accepted me. So we are family. Um, so I call her my sister. So I have her, to talk to. I talk to her almost as much as I talk to Thelma. But those two women are my rocks, and they know how much they mean to me. And I've looked Thelma right in the eye. I mean, and Thelma and I have met. I mean,
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
been together.
I saw it.
Yeah, and I've looked her right in the eye and said, you need to know how important you are to me. You need to know what a difference that you make in my life. You need to know how much I love you and how much I appreciate your friendship. And these are things that you need to tell people in your life. And don't be afraid to say these things, even if it makes you cry. Don't be
Mhm.
afraid to say these things because these people need to hear these things. Otherwise, they may think they're not making a difference in your life.
True.
You gotta tell people that mean something to you what they mean to you. I bawled like a baby to my brother Greg, little white man, and just cried telling him how much he meant to me and what it meant that his family took me in, and that I've been searching my entire life for somebody to tell me about my heritage because I don't have anyone in my family that can. But now I do. I have my brother Greg. And somewhere down the lines, we're related. Somewhere down the lines. We'll never know where, but we are.
Mhm.
And even if we're not related by blood, we're related now. And I have him. And a part of my heart was filled when I found them, and only they understand what that feels like. And I bawled telling him, my Lakota brother, how much he meant to me, and he cried. And and of course, Gianna, you got to tell people what they mean to you. You can't think what they're going to think about you. You can't think, I'm going to look like a fool. You got to tell people what they mean to you. Just like I told you what you meant to me. I didn't think twice about it. I don't think twice about telling Thelma what she means to me or Dad's vintage garage.
Mhm.
John, I've gotten really close with John. He is a wonderful friend, and I have told him and thanked him, personally thanked him, cyberface to cyberface. Thank you for being a respectful friend. Thank you for being a respectful man who respects me as someone else's wife and respects your wife. I've said that to him. So, you know, guys, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tell people how you feel about them. You just never know what a difference it's going to make in their life. Sorry.
That's okay. For me, to answer Thelma's question about support systems, so I'm learning to be able to rely on people more. Um, there isn't really any one specific person that comes to mind, but I've spoken to Eat Sleep Amazon a few times, and she's definitely someone that you can confide in. Um,
Yeah.
and, and and for me, it's like different people fill different points in my life that may be low or high or whatever. Like my coworkers, like they feel that that support of like when I'm trying to do my business. They're there to help me. So like there's different areas where
Mhm.
people compartmentally fit in for me. So I would say that, everyone that's stayed around me long enough and actually can understand my psyche and my crazy sometimes, those are the people who I can turn around to. Maybe not tell them everything, but they can always tell by the look on my face like what I'm going through. So they'll know how to treat me. So I think that's a good part of being a support system. You don't always have to verbally say something to me, but just knowing that you understand,
Yeah.
nonverbal something's going on, that's helpful too. But I have confided in Eat Sleep a few times, so I would say she's cool. And
You've
I
got
think,
your best friend too.
huh? Say
You've
that
got
again.
your bestie too. You
Who's
have
my
your bestie too.
Who's my bestie?
You were just in a video. I want to say her name is Deb, but I don't know if that's her
Who?
name. You were just in her video. White girl, hair back. You just put
Oh,
your head in her video.
I put my head in her. You talking about you?
No, you went like this to her video, and she
Oh, Jenny.
said, "Oh,
Jenny B. Jenny
Jenny
B.
B."
Jenny B. Yeah, we do a talk show. I can't say she's my bestie because I think that's a whole nother level. I would then probably she would probably have to like, I don't know. She's not my bestie, but she's definitely a good support system. Um I don't want to put anybody in any type of thing because if they let me down, then I would be very disappointed. But like as far as just showing up for me, that's a big thing. And Jenny B shows up for me. Eat Sleep shows up. You showed up for me. Yes. Like everybody
All you
has
had to do was ask.
1111. I just met him like not too long ago, and he showed up for me as well. Like everybody contributes to my support, and it's not that I don't trust people. I have a hard time trusting people with just my life, right? Because when you give a
Yeah,
piece of yourself, you're giving part of your life. So like I have a
yeah,
hard time. I'm getting better at just allowing people in because I've allowed you guys in. I've allowed 1111 in, Eat Sleep, Jenny B, like, and that tells me that you stuck around. So you're my support.
yeah. Aw, Joy. I'm always here for you, honey.
Thank you.
And you're my support too, whether you know it or not. Just being who you are in the way that you are lifts me up so much. It's just like
Even
sometimes I wish you weren't on so late at night because I need you earlier in the day, and that would just be like, I can do anything now.
I know, but everybody's so used to being on at night. So I don't know. I might take you guys to the gym with me, maybe later on this week or something, so you guys can see another workout video. And then I'm gonna be mad and then have to go live afterwards because it doesn't feel the same when it's pre-recorded versus live. So
Well, you
I
don't
don't know.
want to see you don't want to see my workout videos live because they're not pretty.
Why not? It's an encouragement to somebody.
Well, they're in my basement. I have all my equipment in my basement. I have a lot of equipment in my basement.
What's
And
as long
yeah,
as you
I don't work out
as
pretty.
long as you do the right technique, it's okay. Yes, show it. Yes, yes. Some people need that. Yes, yes. That's how you work out. You gotta make your toothpaste like you're about to take a tooth.
Listen, sometimes it just happens. Sometimes
And
it just happens.
nothing wrong with that. There is no right way to exercise. As long as you are not hurting yourself and you're doing the proper techniques, then you're working your body out. You're letting that blood cycle over. You're working out muscles that need to be stretched so that you don't get limber and be like, I can't even, can't even
Yeah,
go. You know,
I do things I'm not supposed to do. Like yesterday at the post office, I reached across, I grabbed a hold of the end of the counter, and I was laying on the counter, and I was lifting my legs up behind me, using my abs to
you
lift
were
my legs
live.
up behind me.
I wish you were live doing that. Oh my goodness.
And it's like I come back and she says to me, "What are you doing?" I'm
Leg
working
curl.
my abs. She says, "What are you doing?" Working my abs. She's like, "What are you doing?" And after about 10, that was like all I could do. I said to her, "I'm working my abs." She's just like, "Oh." I'm like, "You were taking so long getting my package." So I just took it upon myself to use what was around me to work out my abs.
There you go.
I have abs. They're in there. I
We
need to
all
start working out really, really hard because I'm at my heaviest I've been in a long, long time.
well
So I need to reverse that.
think of it as the more you are healthy, the less likely somebody has to change your diaper as you get older. And I'm afraid of somebody changing a diaper on me. I'm too prideful for that. I need to be able to go to the bathroom and clean my own self. So like as long as possible. So that's why I keep at the
That's
gym.
a good point.
I don't
I'll
want
keep
anything
that in
changing
mind.
my
I'll keep that in mind. If
diaper.
I cut my pop out of my life, I will lose weight.
And
So
think
I
about it
drink
this way,
too much pop.
with the pop, if you can use that to clean your toilet bowl, like to bleach your toilet bowl, that's what it's doing to your insides. So maybe that's enough for you to be like, oh, let me cut back a little bit.
Yeah, I need to cut back. I need to definitely cut back. I did a live weigh-in about 6 months ago,
Mm.
5 months ago, and then I just got too sidetracked. I was losing weight, but I got too sidetracked and just it, you know. I need to do that again, and then do it, on a certain day every week to hold myself accountable, and that way I'll be a good girl. I need to do that again. Yep.
Well, yeah,
I've never had that LaCroix water, Tiffany. I've never had it.
it's nasty. It's just sparkling. It's sparkling. Ugh.
I like
It's,
carbonation. That's why I haven't had gastric bypass surgery, because I like carbonation too much.
yeah, I don't know. Like to me, those kinds of drinks, they're like diet flavored looking water with like zero sugar in it. I don't like it. Ugh. Mm-mm. It's like I might as well
I
just
have a
drink.
carb. I have one of those soda machines, but I
Yeah, I don't
use it for the flavored. What you can flavor your
mhm.
water with. But
Yeah.
as long as it doesn't have aspartame in it, then I'll use it, and I'll carbonate my water, and then I'll put those squirts in the water, and I'll drink that, and I like that.
No, I need
So I
mine
have to
either
switch
sugar or
to
not.
that.
I need sugar or not. Like I need to either go all the way or go home.
Yeah, I have to get off the pop, and I don't drink that much beer. If I drink a beer, I have two. Like, I'm not going to have a beer tonight, you
Mhm.
know. But if I have a beer tomorrow, I'll have two. So if I drink one, I have to drink two. I don't know. I had a beer yesterday at the restaurant. I had a 22 ouncer. So I didn't drink beer when I got home because I had 2 beer at the restaurant with, when my husband and I were having dinner. And I'm not going to have any tonight. So it's not like I drink beer every night, but I definitely need to go every maybe 3 days and have a beer. And then I think I would lose weight because it's not so much what I'm eating, it's what I'm drinking that's doing it.
Well,
So that's gonna be my resolution right
yep,
now.
start today.
Starting today,
Let that be your
August
last
13th.
your last sip, and then
No,
yourself.
I'm just gonna cut way, way,
Good.
way,
Maybe one a
way.
day just to start off and see if that helps. And then,
Yep.
eventually you'll be like, oh, I saved X amount of money when I don't have to buy a 6-pack for the week or so. You'll put that money somewhere else.
Oh no, well my husband and I buy cheap 2 liters of off-brand pop.
Oh, man.
And when I buy beer, I'm frugal. It has to be in the 15 pack because it's cheaper. Did you get 3 free cans? It's not my favorite beer, but it's the one that it's Shock Top. I like it, but you get 3 free cans. So I mean that will last me a month. So it's not like
A big deal.
I'm drinking a lot all the time.
Mm.
It'll last me more than a month and a half. But yeah, definitely now I'm gonna limit myself to like 3/4 of a glass of pop a day. Because some days I'll drink 3 or 4 glasses of pop like these. 3 or 4 of these a day of pop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just packing on the pounds. So
Yeah, you substitute that sugar with something else. Maybe something else a little healthier. Maybe like a banana or
well, I
apple.
like water. I drink lots of water. I drink here. See, that's the thing, fruit. That's the thing, fruit. That's the thing, Joy. I will eat like there is cantaloupe and blueberries in the fridge, and I'll eat that before I eat anything else.
Mm.
And if there's apples and oranges and bananas on the table, I'll eat those before I eat anything else.
Mm.
And so it's not necessarily what I'm eating, it's what I'm drinking.
Yeah.
Like today we had tilapia for dinner today. Tilapia, we had mashed potatoes, and I don't put butter or anything on my mashed potatoes. And broccoli. And I didn't even eat broccoli because believe it or not, broccoli is a weight trigger for me.
Mm.
So I had a piece and a half of tilapia and some mashed potatoes, and that's all I've eaten today.
Mm.
And I'll probably no, I take that back. I had 2 pieces of toast. So, and I probably won't eat tonight before I go to bed. So, my calories came from what I drank today, which was 4 of these and a Monster. I had 2 of these of Mountain Dew and a can of Monster.
I could never get into the monsters.
This right here.
Yeah, those things scare me. It's like cracking a can.
There's a lot of caffeine in these. And I took my Adderall at the same time.
Whoa.
But
Yeah, that's like
okay.
can.
I drank this earlier today. Adderall doesn't make me hyper, though. Adderall calms me down. Adderall gets my mind in, because I have ADHD so bad. Adderall gets my mind to where the 100 folders that are in my head at all times, it compartmentalizes them down to 10 subfolders. So I've only got 10 things going in my head at one time. So people are like, "Oh, you're going to be hyper. You took your Adderall." No, it calms me down. And it calms me down because that's what it's supposed to do. The people that take the Adderall when they're not supposed to be taking it and it makes you hyper, that's not what it's supposed to do, people. If it's making you hyper, you should not be taking it. It's supposed to calm you down.
Hmm. Hmm. Tell them.
All you students out there that are taking them to get through finals. Mm. Good night, 1111. Mama loves you.
Well, I'm going to wrap it up anyway. I think this is the first time I've ever been on so long. I'm so happy that you were here. Guys, you know how I like to end every stream. You guys are amazing. Please check out, if this is your first time here and you've never met Hip Flippin Mama, she is definitely a great person that I enjoy watching, especially live. But guys, you are beautiful. You are amazing. There is absolutely no mistake about your life. It doesn't matter if you have 1 foot, 2 feet, one arm, both arms, nothing like that. It doesn't matter because you still can be an inspiration. You still are an inspiration, not can be. You still are an inspiration to so many people. Um, you are the difference every day. And you can tell by how many people gravitate toward you, and you can tell by how your environment goes. So please never ever be discouraged. And if you are discouraged from time to time, it's okay. But know that there are people who want to be help you lean on their shoulders for support. And then you also in turn be a support system to someone else, guys. It's all about
Hmm.
unlimited potentials, guys. If we continue to lift each other up, if we continue to throw positivity towards each other, you will have no choice but to reach those levels that you never thought were possible. So I am here on Hello World every single night between the hours of 7 and 9 is actually when I go on. Um, this has been an amazing time. I couldn't stop smiling for most of the time. My cheeks hurt.
You know
I'm at
why? That's because I talked most of the time. I'm sorry.
that no, but that's okay. I don't mind. You it was all about you anyway. It's all about people getting to know you. It's all about you sharing. So it doesn't matter. Um, but if you ever want to get to know Hip Flippin Mama, she is one of the people in the links in my description. People can throw her link out in the chat. And guys, if you need encouragement, start here inside first, and then everyone that you need will gravitate towards you. And don't give up. Never give up. So,
No.
until we meet again, everyone, I'm thankful that you're here. This is Joy from Be the Difference signing out from Hello World. Got anything, last things you want to say, Kelly?
Yes. If you ever do feel like giving up, you get a hold of Joy or you get a hold of me. There's no giving up on our watch. There's no giving up on our watch. And thank you all for tolerating my mouth this whole 90 minutes. I talk a lot, but thank you so much. Thanks for having me on, Joy. Thanks for inviting me. I love you so much.
Thank you. All right, guys. So, say it with me, Hip Flipping. Tune in to
Okay.
another episode of Come on, say
Hello, world.
it.